Okay, Paul, Golden Gate Enterprises. We're up here at the Oakland Hills, and we have a 3-level deck system. Top deck, we're probably about 40, 40 feet off the ground. We want to go ahead and replace these railings with glass railings. We have about 10 by about probably 25 or 30. Shorter return on this side. We want to possibly consider doing a waterproof deck system here. We have, it looks like, about 1.5 to 2 inches from the bottom of the threshold with 2x boards on here, and we're going to need to get slope, and on this we're going to need 2.5 inches, and we're considering projecting the deck out another 3 or 4 feet, so we're probably 3.5 4 inches that we need to come up. And it looks like there's a possibility we can get the additional room here when new doors are put in to raise this up here. The header looks like it's up further here. So this is the upper deck, and that's kind of a view of what we're doing here. And let's go down and take a look at the lower deck. And I'll keep the camera going so we can kind of have all this as part of one video sequence. On the lower deck, we have a little bit of retrofit work that we want to do. The deck construction is relatively new, all pressure treated, hot dip galvanized connectors, nice solid buckets, nice bolting. We do have this X cross bracing at this level, and over here on the left and the right, 6x6 post. We have the same thing down below. We want to see if on this deck we might be able to go with one horizontal piece, some 45-degree kickers, basically to get rid of the big X. If not, maybe a cable and turnbuckle system. Down here in the lower deck, we have about 10, 12, yeah, we got about 12 feet by about 25 or 30 on the front side. We want to go to glass. Probably end up mounting in between the 6x6 posts in order to take advantage of the structural connections we have there. And the span between those looks like they're probably about 6 feet, so we're going to have to put a post in between there, a post in between here. This looks like more like it's a 10-foot span. Over here, the big question of the day is we have some retrofitting, need some hurricane clips on the underside here, but this is the deck we want to take a look at, possibly expanding out and picking up another whatever number of feet, 3, 4, 5, 6 feet on the cantilever side of it. So if we look at the deck construction that's here, we have a traditional post and beam system here. We have a cantilever that's out about 2 feet right now, maybe 1.5 feet to 2 feet. These look to be 2x8s that are here, or maybe 2x10s at best, and they are coming back in to the girder. They come back in, and note we have a cantilevered portion of the house, and these come back in. We don't know if they're tied into the floor joist or if they're just sitting on the load-bearing wall. So what we'd like to do is see if we might be able to sister up next to these guys here and pick up an extra 2, 3, 4 feet in addition to the cantilever that's here. So we might end up with a cantilever of maybe 6 feet, 7 feet. And if we could maybe double up on these joists, that would be great. And at the same time, that might be our way to actually pick up our slope system on here. If we actually kicked up the back edge of the new joist, maybe use some LVLs or something like that, since we're also looking at waterproofing the whole thing from the top side. Okay, so this is Paul, Golden Gate Enterprises, with a view of this, and show you one other small detail that need to account for in our plans for this. One, the stringers for the deck, they're on this built-out set of blocking, and it looks like it's just one piece screwed to the other. So I think what I want to do is run a bolt all the way through to the framing and tie it in. So I think we're okay there. We also have something else here which is, if you take a look at this part of the house, it's cantilevered out, and we've got a post and beam system here. You got 1, 2, 3 posts. This post down at the bottom, it's got some rot in it, both beetle damage and dry rot, and got a little tricky situation because it's no casual instance to temporarily support that and replace that whole post. What we have down here, as you can see, some of the rot that's in there and the beetle damage, and we're wondering if we might be able to fabricate a bracket, come up, tie into that, cut off a chunk of wood, and slide in, if you want to call it, a block that's in there, or maybe go ahead and reform a pier, wet set a new bracket, and tie it in up higher. That looks like it's a 4 by 6, I'd say easily a 4 by 8, maybe a 4 by 10 girder that is resting on there. Okay, and this is a view of the whole deck structure as it sits here. Okay, so this is Paul, Golden Gate Enterprises, with another railing job, deck improvement, deck extension. Okay, thanks. We'll keep you posted. Bye-bye.